Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Sports Weekly, your one-stop shop for all things sports. My name is Emmanuel Odufejo and I am your regular anchor for this show coming from the stables of Ascent TV, Africa Sports, Entertainment and News Television Network. I'm not alone as usual. I'm here with my big boss, Mr. Joaquim Idada.
My pleasure.
Glad to always have you on the show.
Sure do.
Fantastic. We've come a long way from the Sport Betting Conference 2017. We'll talk about it
later on in the program.
Fantastic. Coming into sports. Sport betting is on the rise in Nigeria. Of course, it's already an established phenomenon out there in Europe, but we'll talk about all of that. So the show is not just about us, it's also about you. Social media handles would fly on your screen. Please follow the conversation, drop your comments, and let's know what you think about all of the talking points. Moving on the show, let's start from basketball. The world of basketball, we're hearing that Nigeria's D Tigers, reigning champions, I must say, of the AfroBasket. So Nigeria D Tigers have been drawn in Group A of the FIBA AfroBasket 2017, scheduled to hold in Senegal and Tunisia. Will be holding this year's edition of the FIBA AfroBasket 2017, and it will host, will go on from September 8th to 16th of September this year, 2017. Nigeria has been drawn in Group A alongside the likes of DR Congo, Mali, and Cote d'Ivoire. What do you think?
For me, the good news is that they've drawn us in a fairly less competitive group. But,
you think so?
That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's my opinion. But first of all, before we remember, we cannot divorce this event against the election that.
Of course, we know there's still all the
old drama
and brouhaha from the elections. We still don't know if it's been resolved. As at the last count, we had 2 factions in basketball.
Yeah, that's the point. So for now, we do not know the action of FIBA as against what has happened in.
Well, for them to have drawn us in this competition, it means we were not banned or suspended.
In the competition, at any point in the event, they can decide to wave the big stick.
Yeah. We wish the Tigers the best. I mean, they are reigning champions, and they can only make sure that they retain their title and then bring back the trophy back to Nigeria. In Group B, we have Angola, Central African Republic, Morocco, Uganda. In Group C, we have Tunisia, Guinea, Rwanda, and Cameroon. And finally, in Group D, we have Senegal, Mozambique, Egypt, and South Africa making up the list for the FIBA AfroBasket 2017. All right, moving on now to the world of football, where we are hearing that CAF, this looks like maybe good news, but CAF, we understand, moves to increase AFCON teams, participating teams from 16 to 24. So basically, in the going forward, if this is agreed upon, it means that at the next AFCON, we will be seeing, instead of 16 participating countries, we would have 24 teams. Right now, let's talk about the Sport Betting Conference 2017. I can tell you that it's going on right now at the Federal Palace Hotel Casino. Numbers of regulators in Nigeria, when you talk about the National Lottery Regulatory Commission, and also participants from, content suppliers to operators in the betting industry. It's a gamut of interesting individuals at the Federal Palace Hotel. And interesting conversations happen there around, opening their doors, to, Nigeria is basically, and I think the rest of West Africa is basically opening their door to a lot of investors, and practitioners, if you may, people who are running sport betting companies to come into the West African orb, Nigeria in particular. Congratulations to the Nigeria Bookmakers Association, the Nigeria Lottery Regulatory Commission, for the Sports Betting Conference 2017. We wish them all the best, and we hope to see sport betting, become, such a strong force in the African sports environment, and also see how that can help, a lot of our sports to improve. All right, as we begin to take the home run right now, let's go to the MPFL. Match week 29 took place just some couple of days ago, and we can tell you it's getting hotter and hotter by the day. I think for me, it's getting a little bit more interesting when you're beginning to discuss some stats, and really that's what I would like for us to discuss today. Of course, we can tell you that Plateau United are still top of the log despite their 1-0 away loss to Niger Tornadoes. MFMFC are second on the log with 49 points. They defeated Wiki Tourist 1-0, and the goal came courtesy of Stephen Ode getting his 17th goal of the season, and they are only 2 points away from table toppers and Plateau United, so anything can happen. Aqua United are third on the log with 46 points. They defeated Gombe United 3-0. El Kanemi Warriors are fourth on the log with also 46 points. They defeated Abia Warriors 1-0. And on the other side of the table, at the bottom end of the table, you have Rangers International, last year's champions. So reigning champions, if you may, they are 17th on the log with 36 points. They had a 2-0 loss away to Kano Pillars. 18th position has ABS of Ilorin with 36 points. 19th position is Gombe United with 34 points. And bottom of the log is Remo Stars with 28 points. I think match of the week, if you may, was really FC Ifeanyi defeating Enyimba International 1-0. But those are the general, how the league table looks right now in the MPFL. But what I really want us to discuss is around some, stats that has been thrown out there. So for match week 29, I can confirm to you that there were 16 goals in all of the 10 matches that happened. And guess what? Out of the 16 goals, 13 goals were at home, only 3 goals were away. Now, there were 9 wins in all of those matches, 8 wins at home, only 1 win away, yes. And also 1 draw. Yeah. Now, that's for match week 29. Mm-hmm. So you see how it kind of, if you were to draw a graph of how the league looks like, it looks, tending towards the home sides. And then if you look at total goals as at today, total goals is 575 goals. Home goals are 446, while away goals are 129. Still the same thing. So whether wins or whether goals, you see almost maybe about 85% is home, while only...
There are reasons to be worried. There are reasons to be worried. Very, very, very worried. And one of the reasons you need to worry is because you ask yourself, how come a team that comes to a particular location will be bashed 1 or 2-0? That same match, the same players now reverse and go to the next location. And it flips, the same thing. That means there are certain things that seem not to be right. There's no evidence to prove that there's any match fixing. There's no evidence to prove that we have some form of external influence. Because if we stay here and say we have some external influence in some of these sports, then we are not doing ourselves any good. So let us not go that route. But we need to ask ourselves certain truth, that something is wrong. Except you do not want
you don't want to point fingers, but
we're not pointing fingers.
I'm not sure if I also want to point fingers, but I can tell you one. So of course you know how we can't watch these matches live.
Yes,
so but I was following the matches on via Twitter, on the LMC's Twitter handle. And in one of the matches, there was a penalty kick.
Uh-huh.
And something funny happened.
Okay.
So there was the referee awarded a penalty kick.
Yes,
And
yes.
whoever it is, handling the LMC's Twitter handle says, he didn't say, oh, there is a penalty kick. He said, the referee says it is a penalty kick.
Okay, now that's the question.
And that was very funny. It looks like, I'm not sure, but the referee is...
So let us tie this discussion to what those in the summit said.
Yeah.
The question of match integrity.
Exactly. That's all it boils down
The
to.
referees, are they part and parcel of the team playing against the opponent? Or are they there to act as an unbiased arbiter in the event? And that is a very, very important question to ask.
True.
And one of the problems, like you have mentioned, is because today all these matches are being played in the dark. In the dark means that we do not have live TV covering it.
Yeah.
Previously, a TV station or a TV network in Nigeria covered this league. Somehow, they have pulled out from offering live coverage for this event. And that is why I also ask another question. What is the NTA doing? What is the NTA doing? Because I think, especially because the NFF is somehow, whether we like it or not, it is an arm of government. It's an arm, it's a product, it's a federation under the sports ministry. NTA is what? It's a parastatal under the Ministry of is it communication or information? It's not under the Ministry of Information. Yes, it's under the Ministry of Information. How come the NTA cannot give us live coverage for all of these sports?
At the barest minimum.
Not even that, at the barest minimum. They should be what I call, in computer, they call it the default.
Exactly.
Every other thing is an extra.
Exactly.
They should be the default. They should be available. They should be available. You understand? It's not a matter of, oh, will you pay me or will you not pay me? They should be available. They should give us this event so that we can watch it. So nobody will tell us that the referee has awarded a penalty or this is a penalty. You see, these are a lot of questions we ask ourselves because somehow, whether we argue, football is the biggest sport in Nigeria.
Yeah.
If we don't get it right in football, in every other sport we won't get it right. No matter how you struggle, because when you go and meet a sponsor, if you go and meet an advertiser, if you go and meet a betting house, if you go and meet anybody and say, oh, come, I got an event, come and partner with me, come and sponsor this event, come and do this. The first impression that you get is, these people, are they going to be different from those people that are playing pranks in football? No matter how good you are. So for every other person in other sports, I believe somehow, they will be hoping that they get it right with football. Because when they get it right with football, then many brands will understand that sports is not an NFA. You know what they call NFA now? No future ambition. That yes, sports is not a profession for people who are NFAs. That sports is a professional. Is it a professional profession? Or sports is a profession, actually. Yeah. And you can really make something out of it. Like what they were advocating in the sports betting, that sports betting is big business. True. And so much money is getting out of this country just because of sports betting. The government can help. And we can bring a lot of money to this country if we have good events that we can offer to the world. And those people can bet on our event. And one of the events we can offer at first, without going too far, is at least we have the MPFL.
Exactly.
At least, even though someone like me, as much as I like football, I am more inclined to promote, to encourage other sports, because other sports like darts, like pool, snooker, and everything, because everybody, we can't put all our eggs in one basket. we need to diversify. And that is my argument. So for me, I just think, plus all the statistics, good news. For Stephen Ode, congratulations. Will he get to the 23 goal mark?
Well,
we do not know.
We'll wait to see.
LMC must sit down and ask themselves that question. What is happening? Why are clubs losing their away matches? And they now winning their home matches. Let them begin to take this. But another point I will make for me, I am very excited. I hope and I'm praying that MFN wins the league.
Why? You support MFN?
No. If MFN, if MFN wins the league, a religious body wins the league, a religious body running a club wins the league, it gives impetus to the league, it gives some value to the league.
Okay.
Churches like the Catholic Church, that is the biggest church in Nigeria, will begin to think, hey guys, what are we doing right here? We need to also have our football club. The Anglican Church, hey guy, what are we doing here? Asaruddin, Awar Islam, religious bodies will begin to what? To bring in, to show interest in football and in all these sports.
Maybe that's
so that is one thing I am hoping that will happen.
That's
so
a totally different summit.
Wait. Those two points that is separating Plateau United from MFM. I think I should begin to, I don't like going I don't like doing fasting. But I think I need to join them to do the fasting this time. That they can get it and our league can be better.
So that's how the Cookie Rumbles on today's edition. We hope to get a lot of feedback and contributions from you as regards all of the talking points that we have shared today. It's been a fantastic time at the studio today. My name remains Emmanuel Odufejo, and this is Sports Weekly, your one-stop shop for all things sports. From the stables of Ascent TV, goodbye. Have a great week.